I, 29 female, took my Hinge date's 31 male virginity. Now I have the ick.
What?
I, 29 female,
okay.
met this guy, 31, on Hinge.
Okay.
We had been on 5 or 6 dates before he invited me into his house. He told me early on that he has never had a long-term girlfriend, but he did not tell me that he was a virgin. He does all the cringe romantic things that you would see on film and TV, like cheesy lines, etc. I thought he would stop after a while, but it hasn't. We ended up having sex, and he told me afterwards that that was his first time. I was shocked, but it was his choice. Now I have the ick from these cringe mannerisms that just can't stop. I don't need him telling me that he's been waiting his entire life for me or repeating dirty talk lines that he's heard in a rom-com. He also invited his friends round to meet me without telling me. He also didn't relay any real accurate information about me to them. I feel like he's really rushed things, and I can't back out now because I took his virginity. Too long, didn't read. I took my date's virginity. He's acting cringe, and now I have the ick.
You know what? I mean, the nigga was backed up for 31 of them things. I don't... Probably a lot of... you get a little goofy when you lose it. And to lose it at the age, it becomes like, now you're a grown-ass man acting goofy, where it's kind of like, if you lost it a little younger, you might not have had so much of the... unless you're somebody that's holding that long for marriage, which it doesn't seem like he probably just didn't have any luck.
Yeah, it sounds like he... But what I have to say is, like, her not knowing that it was his first time... Shout out to him, because my first time was...
But also being younger is different. I mean...
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's probably put his dick through some things. if you went 31 years without, that shit's been shut in a few doors.
Right, nigga, you know what I mean? You remember them little water snakes they used to sell back in the day? Yeah, that might have been a little first insertion, probably.
Yeah. But, I mean, I imagine there's nothing like the real thing. So, right. I mean, shout out to him for at least putting on an alright performance for the first time.
Yeah,
good for you.
I mean, my thing was this. I know you said it was cheesy, rom-com, and it's like, you found it somewhat attractive because, you went on 5-6 dates.
Yeah.
And then he kept doing it, so I mean, like, it didn't dry you up. You still like something about him.
Yeah, I think she liked the other parts about him because now this is the problem with women. Yeah, that's not a great way to start a sentence, but this is the problem with women. With women, where is it? I thought he would stop after a while, but it hasn't. Why? Do you think that this person's showing you who he is? Like, no, but he'll change. He'll change.
He was like, no, it's that. She probably thinks that it's he's this intro to it, but my thing is like, nigga, you got that bag already. Stop. But no, that's who he is. You know what I mean? And he just got to find some that like that.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, sometimes I can come up with some good, gritty, cheesy lines, but I have a woman that enjoys my little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I also know when to cut it out. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's moments for it, and then it's like, all right, nigga, we're in the grocery store trying to buy food. You know what I mean?
And with it being his first time, and like. He's said that he had a girlfriend before. He literally doesn't know how to act. And now this is one of the craziest things is that y'all have had sex before, but it sounds like you won't even tell him.
Right.
Like, it's crazy that he is inserted inside of you, but you can't build up enough gumption to just be like, yo, let me tell you.
That shit you doing?
Yeah. You doing a Jim Carrey impression. Not what I need, Like, you can't be about to nut and be like, somebody stop! You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that.
Oh, my God.
You can't pop up from eating the pussy Mrs. Doubtfire style like, she's just not gonna love it.
Oh, God. I know, but it's like...
But one will. He's got to find the one that will.
Find one that will, but it's like, like I said, what's wrong with it is it being cringe and you're not addressing it.
Yes.
That's what we're saying. It's like, at some point, 5-6 dates, maybe on date 3, like, hey, we had a good time the first 2. We don't have to, it kind of icky to me when you kind of keep going.
Yeah,
or you were fucking fired up for it. I don't know. I mean, 5-6 dates... How spaced out was that? Is that like a month span, month and a half? The nigga's built up. Right. You know what I'm saying? He's like, and then him throwing him around, if you don't shut him down, he thinks he's doing something right.
Yeah, well, if he's doing that and then you sleep with him,
he's like,
his math is all fucked up.
Gotta keep doing it. She loves it. She fucking loves it. Hey, baby, you dropped something. My pants. You know what I mean? Like,
yes. Because obviously your wantings from this are different with he invited his friends around without telling you and didn't really relay any accurate information about me to them. Like,
I hope he didn't go on a parade of like, this is the girl I lost my virginity to.
Hey, man, if at 31 that's what happens, I can imagine, like, because I imagine he didn't tell all of his, buddies, like,
right.
I met a girl, he's probably, oh my God, it finally happened.
Dude, smell my finger.
Exactly. I would say, like, unfortunately, you might be his villain origin story,
right.
but he's just happy that it happened.
It happened. And you're just caught in that cycle of it.
Yeah.
It's like, now it was, I mean, if you, did she say they had more than once? She didn't say. Yeah.
I don't know.
I wonder if it's like, was you rocking with him? So maybe like the virgin boy was kind of slinging it around. It's like, oh, this thing is fresh and prime.
Yeah.
That's why. You know what I mean? He ain't give you that lazy dick. Nigga was ready.
But like I said, it does scream about the communication of these days, and even like you're old enough to communicate.
Right.
I don't need him telling me that he's been waiting his entire life for me repeating dirty lines. Also, did you guys come to the table with like? And I understand Hinge is a dating app, but I don't even know if any of those are like real dating apps in terms of like dating for a reason versus like did you guys probably not because you won't even tell him that you don't like this, but did you guys come to the table with like I'm looking for a girlfriend, I'm looking for a boyfriend, or were you just looking to hook up and now you're doing this? And it's also weird that you feel like you can't talk to him, but you're also like I can't back out now because I took his virginity.
Yes, you can. He gonna have to hold that. That's not. I mean, if he was holding it for so long because he was waiting for that one, well, that's something he should have brought to the table off the rip. Like, look, I'm really waiting for somebody special instead of like, I got it. Guess what, bitch? You special. Like, surprise, you're the one. Like, that's nobody's gonna be like, oh, whoa, nigga, I didn't sign up for that. You know what I'm saying?
I also understand why he didn't tell you beforehand because then it seems like this is a big weighted decision on you.
And you probably been like, yeah. Yep. At this age, you might have found it cringe is the word you like to use.
Beforehand.
It's cringe. You're 31, you haven't had sex yet? Yeah, I like experience. You don't know what you're doing. You know what I mean? If
you like him outside of his cringe stuff, maybe bring it up to him. Other than that, man, I think he can find a girl that would like that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm sure that there's girls out there that want to hear that and they would love for somebody to be cheesy to them. But if you don't like it, bring it up. Because if you still like him in the other parts of him, I mean, I know it seems nowadays like anyone opens their fucking legs. But
I know.
To me, I'm like, there should have been a connection if you fucking. Like, what the fuck?
Hey, and wait, think about it. You found some sort of holy grail. It's untouched market. You know what I mean? Yeah. Untouched product. Maybe some like that. You know what I'm saying? Someone experienced something like, oh, no one's ever touched that? Okay, I like this. Just
conquering land.
Mine. You gotta find that one.
A couple comments here. Unfortunately, like I said, you might break his heart, but he might just. You guys want different things. If you don't see a connection, you can just walk away. I would speak first. You know. The sooner you back out, the better. He's clearly creating a romantic fantasy in his mind. I hear you on that. Sounds like he's trying too hard, and it's coming off as fake. It's okay to feel the ick and step back, even if it feels awkward after what happened. Don't feel obligated to continue if you're not into it. I'm with all that stuff too, but like I said, also just communicate. Tell him why. You know what I mean? Tell him, be like, hey, I really don't want to. You can ask him to change, and you could also just be like, hey, the movie lines that you give me, I really don't like, so I don't want to do this. You have options.
I mean, you even could say, yo, I'll be honest, I feel duped. Why ain't you kind of like, that's a big thing, especially if it was a big thing for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might have to present that a little bit. Like, hey, listen, I ain't never, but I understand that could run him right off. So he's like, look, I'm not going to fuck this up because he's probably had opportunities before and the lines,
that might have been the like,
ran him all the way. So he's like, I got one that's let me in the door. Either she thinks I'm cute enough or I'm not fucking it up. She likes it.
Yeah.
And then here we go. You really didn't, but you gave him the draws anyway, so.
There's a couple of, these two comments are right here. Have you spoke to him about the cringy, cheesy behavior? That was the question. And it looks like the original poster here didn't respond to anything that I can see. Have you spoke to him about this cringy, cheesy behavior? If not, at least do that and let him know that it's usually a turnoff. Also, just because you de-virginized him doesn't mean that you are stuck and have to put up with him. If you don't see a decent future with him at all, then staying with him prolongs the inevitable and wastes both of your time. Plus, the cringe behavior and words will reach a boiling point, and eventually you'll just end up losing it on him. I'm with you on that.
Fuck. I mean, like
exactly. He's gonna say another joke and you're just gonna be like, "Oh my god," you know, like it's
all right already. He's like, damn. Yep. Now he's feeling like, yo, where that? I thought you.
Where'd it come from?
Shit, right?
Exactly.
I thought you lied, man. They're on 8 dates now.
I think there's a lot of room for compassion and honesty here. Something like, hey, you are not being your honest self here. I encourage you to be yourself more in the future, but using lines from movies makes me want to lean away because it's not really you, and it's a front to keep from saying what you're actually experiencing. And it's not cool to not tell me that I'm meeting your friends. Yeah, obviously like that. You know,
right.
if you
but
came
then
over
it's
to
like,
his apartment...
Like, oh, it's not his honest self. Maybe that is him. Maybe he really enjoys theater, nigga. I don't...
True. But I do
right.
understand being like, tell me how you feel. Like this, a couple of years ago, the very popular phrase to say was like, damn, you all feel a certain kind of way. Like, okay, well, say another sentence and tell me what that type of way is.
Right.
Are you mad? Are you sad?
Then,
are you know?
Right.
Exactly.
Feel some type of way. Explain that way.
Yeah, and I understand perhaps this guy, like, he doesn't understand how to project his feelings that he's feeling because 31 is...
31 and a virgin, and
what?
not by choice. That means he had a rough time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, by choice is different. You know
he wasn't waiting for marriage, and he was just waiting for the right one. That's,
yeah, it's
anyway,
rough because he didn't want to be that person.
Yes. This says here, anyways, then you have been clear, and hopefully he will learn for the next time to be more genuine, and you're free to walk away. Virginity is a construct. No, it's not. There's either been something inside of it or not. What the fuck are you doing?
It's a construct.
It might be worth spending time with yourself, figuring out why the same behavior was okay with you until it wasn't, and then there's something. Is there something in you that regrets being intimate? Yeah, well, like I said, a lot of women do that of just like, well, I think that's going to change later.
Right.
When there's, why would there be any...
Stop giving the pity booty.
Yeah. Ooh, that pity butt.
With that pity butt, you know what I mean? I feel like no, don't feel bad. Get out of there. Figure it out.
Man, virginity as a construct has me losing my shit. Like, I'm going to think about that for a long, long time.
Read your t-shirt.
I'm not okay with that. Like, that's so just like...
Virginity is a construct. Explain that.
Yeah, like, it's either been entered or not. Fuck. Man, I feel bad for this guy, and I hope that this woman is honest with him and hits him with, you know, just what she's feeling. Because like I said, too, man, he doesn't know how to... He doesn't know what he's doing.
He ain't been here before, obviously. He's geeking. It's his first time, and it's at an age where his fucking full beard is rocking. You know
Listen, we don't know what happened the first time Barry Sanders scored a touchdown. But I do know the 15th time he scored a touchdown, he just passed the ball off. But the first time he scored a touchdown, he might have spiked it. I don't know.
It might have been an awkward spike. The ball slipped out of his hand and shit. The nigga looking goofy.
He might have kicked it into the crowd. Who knows?
I seen a couple rookies. Like, there was one that played for the Eagles, and they were like, your first pick, man, what was you doing? He's like, I didn't even know what to do, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was like, I didn't know what to do. I just fucking ran off. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like I had so many ideas previously of what I would do when it happened. Then when it happened, I'm like,
Relatable. Relatable.
What do I do here? Just run, nigga.
Yeah, you know, talk to him, and you're under no obligation to stay with him. You're also under no obligation to talk to him, but I think, you know, just a little bit of humanity here. Help this guy out for the next one.
Right.
You know?
Do the next person a favor.
Yeah.
So he's a little more cautious going into it. Like, the last girl, she was a fucking nutbag. Yo, I was giving her all this, and she didn't say anything. I don't know what her problem was. She really didn't like it. She just didn't tell you. So now you just think everybody's going to be cool with it.
Yep.
Stop throwing that fishing line out there. Wrong one, but...
Communicate. That's it. Listen, virginity's a construct. Leave me alone!
Oh, my God.
That's the most insane thing I've ever heard.